I owned this car for literally 1 day. Okay, you guys, the past 2 days of my life have been so insanely stressful, and let me tell you why. So I bought my car. Woohoo! Yay, I didn't even get to really like enjoy it because the financing and like all of the contracting part, they fucked me so hard. They messed me up so hard. I didn't realize how bad the refinancing contract was, blase, blase, blase. I didn't realize any of these things until, of course, I call my father and I tell him like, I'm all excited. I'm like, oh, they did this and this. And my dad's like, what? Basically, they signed me up for gap insurance, didn't need it. Honestly, guys, I can go back and forth about how shitty the contract was, but luckily there's a 2-day canceling like contract fee. So instead of buying this car that I was so excited to do, I am no longer buying this car, and I'm here at Mercedes-Benz right now and I'm dropping it off. I owned this car for literally 1 day. I'm just going to trade it in, forget the contract, whatever. And in a few months, I will be getting into a new car. And I say a few months because we have some life-changing things coming up that you guys don't know about yet. And you guys will know very soon. And then you will understand why it is not smart for me to get into a vehicle right now. Okay, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, long story short, I feel like I really try to do what was best financially. I was like, okay, I'm going to buy this car for the low, and then I'm going to sell it and I'm going to flip it, whatever. It was not that simple, and it was never that simple. And I'm just a girl. Walking away from the situation, I can say that I learned a lot and what not to do.
I don't understand why your sex has matter in purchasing a vehicle. Only men can buy cars, or I don't know. That was just weird, that comment. Maybe it's just me.
Moving forward, so I am blessed and grateful for that. But I'm really not liking Mercedes-Benz right now, or like the people at this exact location, because of how they went about things. They literally played me. Anyways, I'm here. Let's drop it off. Whatever. I brought Pumbaa. I brought him today for some emotional support. Come on, Pumbaa. Let's go.
Oh, man.
I have officially
What kind of dog was that?
with my special guest, Pumbaa.
All right. Well, seems like she didn't like her purchase. That's what we're going over today. Bad financial decisions. Anyway, let's take a look at the comments. Gap insurance is a lifesaver. For real. Oh, okay. Girl, you need gap insurance. That's a must. Gap insurance is really only beneficial if you get into an accident and total your car. Y'all don't know as much as y'all think you do. Oh, okay. Well, some comments on there. Girl, that's the whole point of gap. What do you mean? LMAO. Gap covers whatever you owe after insurance only pays out what the car is worth. I pay for gap insurance. Camilla, I'm aware of what gap insurance is clearly. Oh, okay. A little back and forth here. Not everyone is automatically upside down. Not everybody drives their car every single day. Not everyone is financing their vehicle. And gap insurance through the dealership is usually higher. Okay. Well, there's some insight there. Gap insurance is actually something good. You'll be glad you got it if anything were to happen. I work at a personal injury law firm. Gap is a must for brand new cars. Yes, you have coverage, but the total the car and appraise for it less, you will owe the difference. Gap pays it. Okay. Wait, so you canceled because gap insurance? Gap is a must, especially on newer cars. I've gotten it on all my cars, even if some insurances offer it because it's beneficial. Yeah, maybe perhaps the dealership could have slowed down. It seems like things were rushed. I don't know, just based on what she was saying. I mean, again, there's always three sides, right? Your side, my side, the truth. In this instance, maybe they could have slowed down, and if she wasn't sure of what it was, perhaps ask. Before you leave the dealership, before you sign, if you truly don't understand, don't fall victim to the pressure. I've already been here an hour or 2 hours. I just want to get my car and go. No. These are big financial decisions if you're choosing to especially finance a car, but also if you're going to purchase it outright. These are big life-altering decisions. It's not like you're just buying a blouse or a t-shirt or whatever. These are big money decisions. So with that, it takes time. Don't ever fall pressure to thinking, I gotta go. No, You don't have to go. This is a major life decision. If you're unsure of anything that's being gone over, stop. Just stop. Silence is so powerful when it comes to negotiation, just in general. Try it. Even when you're having a conversation, even with your family or friends, just try silence. A quick pause, maybe a 3-second, 5-second pause, and see how the other person feels. So in this situation, I would guess perhaps not enough questions were asked and not enough clarity was gone over by the dealership from the way she's communicating on this video. As a total loss adjuster in the insurance industry, gap insurance is only beneficial if a car is deemed total loss, but it only covers a percentage only. Okay, well, there you go. All right, let's go to the next one.
What's your 401k balance, just while we're on that, because I don't have the document?
So it's like 5,000.
Okay, and is that your only retirement account? Because I don't have any others.
Yeah.
Okay, so your previous job, you rolled over into this, or you didn't have things?
So I have taken out my 401k.
Why?
Multiple times.
Multiple times? Why?
You know what? I've heard this, and I know when we watch these videos, like the expert or whoever it is that's trying to counsel or help the folks out, like, why did you? I've done it. I've done it once, and I've done it to purchase our home. It was a big decision. I didn't purchase my home outright, but it was a good chunk. Let's say it was more than 20% of the down payment for our new home. Did it set my retirement back? 100%. I can't deny that. But making that purchase on our home, this was like 2008, 9, I think. It was right before kind of everything went down with the whole housing thing. But anyway, the reason for me saying that is it turned out to be a good financial decision for me and my family. That home that I made the purchase on nearly doubled in price. Had we not made that purchase, had I not made that sacrifice of taking out money from my retirement for that purchase. And at the time, it wasn't like it was going to be our dream home. I knew based on market conditions and just my intuition of how things were shaping out, I feel like this was a good financial decision for my family, myself. It's a vehicle, not necessarily a dream home or forever home for us. It's just a vehicle for a means for us to bump up our timeline in terms of our assets and overall our finances. It was a big risk. It was a big risk because I drained it, not completely at zero, but I took a big chunk. Anyway, all that to say, it paid off. Double our home. We were able to flip that over, get into a bigger home, and keep some money on the side for our emergency fund. We funded like 2 years worth of emergency fund after we sold that home. Cars were paid off. Everything was paid off. We didn't have any debt aside from the new mortgage. Again, it did set us back, but it set me back in terms of my retirement account. But at the end of the day, my intuition, my gut feeling, it paid off for my family and I just kept rolling it over on bigger homes. And like I said, it paid off. So it's different for everybody.
Why possibly?
Because, like, I don't know. People have told me, like, you can just take it out. So
I wouldn't just take it out to like fund a vacation or, something that's not going to give you a return on investment. Like, I don't know, I'm not going to take money out of my 401k to buy a t-shirt or things like that. But you have to have a deliberate purpose, a plan, a thought out plan, and a reward for taking that risk of taking the money out.
Yes, of course you can. With penalties and taxes, but yeah, I mean,
By the way, that year when I got my penalty for withdrawing because I was below the retirement age, I'm still below the retirement age. Woo! I gotta tell you. Oh, it was tough. That was probably the most I've ever seen in terms of penalty owed, just taxes. It hurt. It hurt so bad.
a lot of things you can do. You can go murder someone right now. There'll still be consequences.
yeah, I regret it now, but
Would you do this multiple times?
like 2020 and 2019, like I think it was like 2 years. years back to back. I did it.
That's insane. What did you take it out for?
Um,
What even contribute?
well, no,
contributed
actually,
that point?
I did use some of it when I purchased a house.
Okay.
See, I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that.
Okay. So you use that towards the down payment on a first home?
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. So you were able to use that penalty free.
Well, I didn't know what I was doing, so I think it was a penalty.
Well, I know you can take out of IRAs. 401k.
When I took mine out, I don't know the updated laws nowadays, but like I said, this was a while back, probably more than a decade. I had penalties.
It should be the same. I just want to.
I think what he's talking about is hardship type of situation where you can mark on the reason for taking out, or in this case, a home purchase.
Extra confirm. Okay, so this was just my ignorance on this. No, you still likely succumb to penalty.
Yeah, see, I paid penalties.
Yeah, there was still
taxes?
a penalty with that. So
Why? Because what you did essentially with the penalty, you paid a 10% interest rate at minimum
yeah,
on the money to put it up.
10% for federal, and you gotta take into account state. So if you're in a state that's non-tax, like Texas, Nevada, I forgot the other states, you're good. But federal, you can't get away from.
Did you know you wanted to get a house?
yeah.
Then why was it in a 401k?
I don't know.
I mean, typically 401k is your largest account, larger than your checking, savings, any other account. It is your retirement, though. Typically, that's usually, I can see why she would take from there.
Well, to be very clear, with the money that's left in there, which I don't even know if it's going to stay in there because you've withdrawn twice, but either way, the money that's in there, you're desperately behind on retirement
Yeah,
for the second half of your 20s. And you've lost and ruined because of what you decided to do. You've lost the best decade of your life for compound growth. That's beyond disappointing. Tell me about this house. What was the purchase price?
like 130.
130 was the house in Nashville?
No, I moved like 45 minutes outside.
Oh, even still, 45 minutes outside of Austin, you couldn't find anything even close to that. So that's actually incredible. 140?
130.
130. Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. Well, how much did you put down?
3%.
3%?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. What even is 3% of that?
That was like 3,000.
Jeez. That's okay.
Wow. I don't know. I wouldn't call it horrible in her circumstance because, like I said, I did the same thing. I did it for a home purchase, and it paid off for myself and my family. She can always make it up, if number one, you have to increase your contribution to your 401k to catch up. Then they have a catch up, I believe, clause. Look it up, but double check the irs.gov for how much it would be. But, increase your income, increase your contribution to your 401k. It's kind of the only way to catch up. All right, let's take a look at the comments. I had 0 at 30. I'm at 50,000 at 35. There's still hope for her. See? Look at him. She's fine. I had 0 at 28, and it's all working out. Just have to start. Does he give any advice, or does he just judge and talk down to his guests? Oh, there's a lot of comments or replies on this one. Let's see. People need to take control of their own lives and stop expecting to be coddled. He gives general stop spending money advice and then humiliates them some more. I've seen his show. I like his show. I'm subscribed to his show. Sometimes it takes that certain level in your finances or just in your life to realize, not from friends, not from family, but somebody like him, and to will yourself and to be so vulnerable and put yourself in this type of situation to make that drastic change. Most of his shows are like this, but you know what? He has follow-ups and they've turned it around. So yeah, it's a moment, but you got to understand, they applied for this show. They submitted all their finances to him, his team, for them to review, analyze, and give this kind of tough truth of where she's at. So it's voluntary on the part of, the person being scolded, so to speak. You've lost the best decade of your life, compounding growth. Bro, I'm just trying to pay rent on time. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get me a 401k until the end of 2021 or beginning of 2022. I'm 32. Never too late. Especially in your 30s, it's not late at all. Also, typically in your 30s, you're making more than you did in your 20s. In your 40s, you're making more in your 30s. Typically, as if you're in a progression career growth, even if it's with different companies, but if you move around for an increased income or salary or whatever it is, that is usually the progression of kind of increasing income as you age. Shouldn't rely on 401k. It wouldn't be enough to help when we retire anyway. Yeah, everybody has an opinion. None of my employers for all of my 20s have even offered 401k. I've been a grad student and postdoc where I'm not even eligible. Well, there's my company does. Then there's companies out there. You just gotta do your research, I guess, before you accept the job offer. All right, let's do one more. This approach is absolutely condescending and disgusting. Canceled. Oh, okay. Well, she doesn't like your show, Caleb. I like your show. So, all right, let's go to the next one.
So I'm at the boba shop, right? And right now I have exactly $8.91 to my name. You know, average person would be like, Karen, you don't really need that boba. You know, save your money. You don't know when a rainy day could come. But I'm a firm believer in taking care of yourself, prioritizing me. If that drink is what's going to make me happy for the next day, I'm going to get that drink. Because money always comes back. Like, this is not going to be my last $8, you know? And I might get paid tomorrow. I might get paid the next day. You get, like, it never gave, this is my very last dollar. It never gave that. I'm just going to spend the money. Boba's about $7, so I'm still going to have $1 and some change left. That's enough to put a little tank of gas to get me home. My gas tank is full, so I don't got to worry about that. I'm going to be good. Oh, come on with me.
There you go. I'm not mad at that. I mean, if you have a source of income, employment, and you know what's coming in, if that's what's going to make you happy, do it. I mean, we're talking about $8. We're talking about boba. It's not like, you know, she's making a car purchase or about to put a down payment on a home. You know, it's going to make her happy. And given the circumstances and the amount, according to her, you know, she has money coming in, do it. I'm for it. It's $8. All right, because it's 8. Can't pay this car note. Boba, it is. Okay, my type of mindset. Because God will provide. No, because I'll spend my last on food. Sorry. With 8, it's already a rainy day. Enjoy your boba, sister. See? There you go. This is exactly how I am, unfortunately. Not in trying to move out, and I have 0 in savings. Food is my biggest spending. Wait, no. Don't let this video be an encouragement. Please save your money. See, and that's from the creator. So she's fiscally responsible on the comments. All right, one more. This was my exact mindset the other day when deciding I was going to get a boba. And yes, it made me happy. Creator. Made me happy too, girl. There you go. All right, let's go to the next one.
The worst financial mistake I've ever made, I'll be honest with you guys, is this car that I'm currently driving.
It's usually the car. It is usually the car. At least here in the United States. Unless you live in like a major metropolis, like a New York, a San Francisco, Miami. Oh, actually, no. Miami, you need a car. You need a nice car. But a lot of cities, towns, you need a mode of transportation if you are not willing to take public transit. So if you don't want to take a train, a bus, whatever it is, you need your mode of transportation to get you to places, typically home to work or the gym or wherever. You need your own transportation. So I totally get it.
And it's not the car itself. Like, I literally love this car. I can't imagine myself driving anything else. It's the fact that I have car payments, which is so stupid. It literally makes me sick thinking about it. I wish we would have just waited like a year and maybe saved up like $20,000 in cash and bought a used car, because purchasing a brand new
I'm following the video, but I'm getting a little anxious. It seems like, I don't know if she's on the passenger or if she's driving. I would much rather I would be less anxious if she was parked and doing this, but driving is just I'm concerned because there's other people on the road, right? If she's looking at the camera, something happens abruptly and you're not focused on the road, you making your TikTok just cause an accident. Hopefully it's not major. Maybe it's just a minor fender bender, but still putting yourself in that situation. I don't know, maybe it's just the dad in me talking. Man, that makes me a little cringe, a little anxious for this video, just knowing that she was doing this while driving and operating a vehicle. Maybe it's a self-driving car, I don't know. But like I said, just the dad in me, I was like, oh, I hope the video ends okay.
Car was so dumb. Not only did it lose value like the second we drove it off the lot, but now we're paying interest payments on top of that. And this car is already 2 years old. Like, it was only brand new for like 5 minutes, so might as well have bought a used car. But at least I learned that lesson in my early 20s so that I never do that again in my life.
There you go. It's a good way to look at it. All right, let's take a look at the comments. We bought used many times in our 20s and regretted them. Just didn't keep them long enough, always chasing something better. In the 30s, we bought new and kept 8 years and plan to keep others a lot longer. My 40s, advice is to pay it off as soon as you can and keep it long as you can. That's the best decision you can make for yourself right now. There you go. I have a 2008 Nissan Altima. I'm only paying $499 for 84 months. That's a lot. 84 months. 84 months. Wow. Okay. Sorry. That's a lot. I still have a Honda CR-V 2012 at 250,000 miles. I love my baby so much. Got her in a 2018 for only 3,000. Only had 50K miles when I got it. Wow, good for you. Hondas and Toyotas, durable, reliable, may not be the, quote unquote best looking, but it'll get you from point A to point B reliably. Used cars are 5K less than the new right now. I'm still driving my paid off 2017 Jeep Cherokee. It's tempting to get a new one, but I love having a paid off car. 100%. It's the best feeling. Driving a reliable 2012 Toyota and still running. No car payment. I get to travel the world instead. See? Toyota. The other one was a CR-V. It was a Honda. You've admitted your mistake and learned from it. Pay it off as fast as you can and drive it until the wheels fall off. A new car is tempting, but a car payment is wealth killer. Yeah. Oh, my son started driving, so he's taking over my car. I haven't had a car payment in 8 years. Pregnant with our third and in need of a car. But I want a new car because I plan to keep it until it breaks on me. I've been eyeing a Okay, that's a nice car. 2026 Lexus TX. Let's go to the next one.
What's a bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
When I was 18 and I decided to open 5 credit cards, I think that was the worst thing I could have ever done.
Yeah, why do you say that?
Because when you're 18, you think you're like, okay, I'm gonna spend all this freaking money.
That is free money.
Free money, and you gotta pay back. And you're 18 and dumb. And you're like, Victoria's Secret, credit card here. Like, it's all cool. But then you get into debt. So that's probably the worst. So if you're 18, don't get credit cards. Be smart about it.
Well, it's not don't get credit card. Just be smart about it.
Open one at a time. Pay it off. Pay it every month. I'm gonna give you that.
And then what was the amount of debt you were in?
It wasn't that much, but it was about 4K.
Okay, you paid it off already?
I paid it off. Learned my
Good for her. Good for her.
lesson. And now I only use credit cards for emergencies.
Okay, and then what do we do for a living?
I am a patient care coordinator at a dental office.
What's starting pay for that?
Starting pay just really depends, but right now I started at 18, but now I'm at 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good work, good work.
Thank you.
Nice. Using credit cards for emergencies is a no-no, too. She still hasn't learned. Depends, right? Depends on your situation. Could be to where rather than putting things on credit, i.e. non-emergencies, she'd rather use her own cash, right? And because it stung her so bad opening those 5 credit cards at 18, I don't know, she didn't say how long it took her to pay off the 4,000, but that is the behavior that's kind of instilled in her. And that is kind of a deep-rooted experience that she had, not knowing, then having to go through it. So I can see why her mentality towards credit cards is that way right now. She paid it off. I'm not mad at it. I opened 3 credit cards at 18 and I haven't been financially responsible with 800 credit score. Mind you, I only make 90K a year. Well, 90K a year is pretty good. I wouldn't say only make. That's That's pretty good. You're doing good for yourself relative to the median average here in America as of today. 800 credit score, phenomenal. Well, a little flex, a little modest, subtle flex here. 800 credit score, 90K. Okay, I see you. How y'all get approved? I can't even get approved for one, and I'm 20. So there's different types of credit cards, right? If you are looking to use the credit card to establish just credit, there's cards such as a secured credit card. Go talk to your bank, talk to your lender, see if they offer it. But this is where traditionally you think of a credit card, you just get approved for a certain amount, you start using it, then you pay it off. Those are typically unsecured, where you, the applicant or the person applying for credit, do not have to give or put anything up as collateral for this credit line or credit allotment that the lender or bank is going to give you. So those are unsecured credit. Secured credit, typically for, troubled or just starting out type folks in their credit journey wanting to either reestablish or have credit, or started off where they similar situation as you can't get approved. So you're 20, it says you're 20 on the comment. This is a vehicle that can do that. So anyway, let's say you give the bank $300 or you give them $500. That deposit is used towards your secured card. So basically, you're giving the bank funds. In return, the bank is going to secure that in the form of collateral for the credit card or secured credit card that they're going to give you. So if you give them $500, again, depending on the rate and terms and conditions, whatever it is for the bank or lender, for just this example, let's say you give them $500, they will in turn give you a secured card for $500. What is the benefit for the bank? You rent it up to $500. Guess what? We already have $500 of your money already. You've already given us collateral for that $500 that we've allotted for you in the vehicle of a credit. And for you, the benefit is you're building your credit. You gave them $500. You use it every month. You charge it. And let's say it could be the littlest things, like, I don't know, you pay your phone bill or you pay something reoccurring and you use that secured card. You make the payments on the card and it just builds and establishes your credit. At a certain point, typically within a year, sometimes 2 years, that card, because of your transactions and your payment history, will convert into an unsecured card. You'll usually get your money back. So if you secured it with $500, they'll give you the $500. It'll be an unsecured now, a regular traditional credit card for $500, or sometimes they might even increase it. So maybe you'll get an increase to $1,000. So not only does the bank trust you because of your payment history and the way you've handled the transactions on the account, but you're improving your overall credit as well. So might give you an opportunity to apply for additional cards if that's what you're looking to do, or a rental, like if you're going to rent a home or a place, an apartment or a house or a car. I'm not saying immediately right away, but those are kind of the stepping stones to getting into those bigger purchases. All right, well, I think we'll end it there, but hopefully you found the video valuable. And if you did, consider subscribing. Thank you for your attention. We'll see you on the next video.